Here we are, we're at a castle today.
And are you members at all? May I give you back just need to have a look at the visit to joining? Family is 2 adults, 12 children. It's 9.25 for that. 12 children. Visit everywhere in the...
Hello, Ruben.
Storytelling.
Hello. Oh, my big boy.
Jester at 12.
Oh, right, cool.
Jousting at 12:30. Meet the knights at 1.
Going to a nice castle, guys. How good is this? Smell nice fires as well, Mum.
Yeah.
Well, my bunch is going to start raining now. In 30 years' time, it's all back to being medieval.
Right, we're going to the bowling green, are we?
It's a nice castle.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Junior girl.
That's really jousting.
See, you told you to girl.
I love that smell.
I can smell it. Coal. It's fires, yeah. Shall we look in that plant area?
Go for a wee.
We're going to head straight down, or are we going to wait for your dad?
Shall I wait for Dad or
I think they go. You go.
you wait here? I'll go. Thanks. Thank you.
Which is all the better for you watching. And it doesn't really matter what species of hawk you favour, because a hawk is a hawk the world over. They're defined by a long tail, a narrow wingspan, big, powerful feet, and a high predatory instinct. At the moment we're just showing you a hawk in flight, which is lovely. You can see how she glides and floats from perch to fist. She's sat up in the trees, which is her natural dwelling place. And watching this rather magical scene, you might imagine that there is a strong bond that has developed between her and her handler. But that's not the case at all. For these are non-intelligent, solitary creatures. They're not sociable in the slightest. They don't live as family groups or in flocks or as part of a community. So they have no idea how to relate to one another, which is why you find birds of prey will eat their own family, because they will see them as food and feather and bone. So the only reason that the hawk flies to my husband, of course, is for the only reason that she exists, and that is to feed, to survive, to procreate, and to continue her species. She doesn't fly to him because she has any affection for him, because that's physically impossible for her. And there's no trust there either, because again, that's a sentiment, a feeling that this creature doesn't possess. But there is familiarity through food, and food is the centre of a raptor's life. So this hawk will not only fly quite happily to my husband, she'll fly to anybody who offers her food, and she doesn't have to chase or catch it. In her head, she'll view that as an easy kill, and that's always what the predator will best favour. So it means that we can invite a few lucky people to come out and to have a go at flying the hawk, because she will merrily take food from anybody. It's marvellous. Let's give her a round of applause, because I think that might just have made heaven. Did you enjoy that? Beautiful. Thank you very much for your help. Well done. Do you want to try and crawl back up the slope? You're done there. Good job. Right, well now we've seen how it's done. Who else would like to have a go?
No, I'm alright. You're alright.
So many choices. I might however look for something that's extended with you now. I'm going to go for a small boy in a bright turquoise sweater and some shorts, just up on the back of there. Would you like to carefully come down the slope, young man? That's it. Take care. You've got the right footwear on for it. Hop underneath the barrier and come over and join me. Got a different glove that you can pop on your hands. There we go. Hello there. What's your name? Brendan. Put it on that hand for me, Brendan. The other one. That's it. Yeah, you'll struggle with that hand. Now, a piece of food, which goes between your thumb and your forefinger.
Let's just watch the little boy do it.
Turn around half a circle. Good, strong, straight arm, Brendan, and the hawk will do the rest. There we go. Lovely. Always close their eyes on impact. Funny that, isn't it? And you missed the all-important landing. But there she is, magnificent, big and beautiful, and you get a sense of her power now, don't you? Let's give her a round of applause. Did you enjoy that? Did you take your belly? Use all your might. Good job. Big round of applause. You don't do nothing. Stand there until Mike comes over and takes her off. She's getting a little bit heavy now. She's holding her breath. Oh look, she's so comfortable. She's hunting for game. Of course, it was financially quite valuable. But was very often a target to thieves, criminals, who thought that if they could pinch themselves a hawk, they could sell it on for a profit and make a tasty amount. So the Crown decided that they needed to do something to deter criminals from even considering stealing the birds of prey. And so they came up with a very colourful law. The law went like this. You take your criminal, who of course would have been a man, and you take him to a public place like a market square. You strip him of his clothes, and you tie him wrist and ankle to the ground. You then attach precisely 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm ready. Sit on the hill.
You then introduce a big female hunting hawk to feed from that area. And the assumption was that she might eat more than you had provided her. Now, as the poor gentleman listening to this begins to get a bit watery-eyed, I have to reveal to you that that law was such a good deterrent that there is no record of it ever having been served as a punishment.
Hello, Carl.
How thoroughly disappointing. But it shows you the lengths that our kings were prepared to go to protect their important royal assets. Before we move on to something a little more most popular in the modern age, but unfortunately was not so popular in history. Let me introduce you to Belfry. Belfry is my barn owl. And I think this is a species of bird that is recognised pretty much the world over. And barn owls do exist all around the world in different shapes and sizes and colours. They go by different names, but they are all essentially the same species. Did you know that the barn owl is basically a tropical bird, and that those that we have in Scotland occur the furthest northern point anywhere in the world? So by rights, the barn owl shouldn't really survive terribly well in such a cold climate. But it does, and we're very fortunate. Certainly in the middle parts and the lowland areas of England to have plenty of barn owls around. Now, we love barn owls today. We love all owls, of course.
Sit down.
They are floaty, gentle, delicate little birds. They're also incredibly beautiful. But our ancestors did not agree with our feelings today, because this, unlike the hawk, was not a respected or a revered creature. This is a creature of the night, and anything that went bump in the dark was associated with evil. So the owl, I'm afraid, was tarnished by the devil. Thought to be a prophet of Satan himself, if you saw an owl like this during the daytime, it was considered to be incredibly bad luck. And even worse, if you heard an owl hooting, or the barn owl screaming, as of course that's the noise this species makes, then it was said to be an omen of death. So dreaming about an owl, or seeing an owl in a vision, perhaps stood on your bed head, was not a clever thing at all. Now, it's a shame that our ancestors had those superstitious beliefs about this beautiful creature, because it removed any interest or any curiosity that they might have developed in it. And I suppose it's because this bird came out at a time when we couldn't. Before the introduction of street lighting, well, it was virtually impossible to get about in darkness. And although we heard birds and animals, we very seldom ever saw them.
Nice fight,
so we only knew the owl by the noises that it made. And in the case of the barn owl, that's a particularly blood-curdling noise at that. So it's no wonder we believed them to be ghosts and spectres and spirits, creatures of the underworld, prophets of the devil, because they were essentially a total mystery to us. Now, in the case of the barn owl, it was one of the most feared because the favourite haunt in days of old of this particular species was the graveyard. And that's because graveyards are quiet, they're often very overgrown, and the long grasses make perfect hunting grounds for the rodents that this species likes to feed on. So you can imagine at first light, wandering through a graveyard on your own and seeing this white shadow just flitting among the gravestones would have sent a bit of a shiver down your spine. And that led, of course, to a lot of legends about this particular bird. Now, it's a bit whippy and windy here in the arena today, and that's not good for a barn owl, because despite her rather large size, she's actually incredibly light in frame. And that's why I'm taking her downwind and only flying her upwind, because she hasn't really got great control when it's this breezy. She weighs just 13 ounces, can you believe? And yet she has a very large wingspan. And you'll note I'm saying she. This is a female barn owl, not a male barn owl. Most falconers you'll see flying males because they're pure white, and that's what most people favour. But I love the speckled golden coat of the female, as it's particularly beautiful. Why did I call Belfry Belfry? Well, it's after an Alfred Tennyson, because they have to learn to use their eyesight and their hearing rather than just relying on their ears. Now, our ancestors would never have been able to understand any of that, and that's why they were so superstitious about them. So a little round of applause for Belfry, who did some very simple but very controlled flights in what for her are quite breezy conditions. Now, I mentioned a little earlier that our American hawk is of course not the hawk of medieval England. So we're going to put that situation right by finishing the demonstration with our own native hawk, which absolutely was the hawk of medieval England. And this is a very special bird and a very rare sight indeed. There are not many goshawks in the wild in this country, and the goshawk is the bird that I'm referring to. We don't have many because they were verging on extinction in the Victorian age, thanks to, of course, the Victorian gamekeepers. The only reason that we have goshawks in the wild today is because the 19th century falconers who shipped them in from Scandinavia and from Germany released some of them into the wild and helped them to repopulate. They're such a secretive, such an elusive bird that we don't really know how many we've got because it's almost impossible to find them. And that, I think, is the secret to their survival for the future, is staying well away from humans and just quietly getting on with their business. Now, the character of the goshawk is phenomenal. They are literally going to hunt you with the goshawk. That sounds like awesome fun, doesn't it? Yeah, he doesn't look really convinced. Follow me, Aubrey. We're going to go down to the corner of the arena where we are going to set you up for the chase. Now, we're not chasing you, of course not. Hunting children is illegal. So what we're going to do is hunt a pheasant, which is hiding in the box. If you would like to pick up that wooden stick at the front of the box, walk to about there so that the string gets a little tighter. Perfect, stop there. You can see what's hiding underneath. That's Percival, my stunt pheasant. What you are going to do when I shout go is you are going to run like a galloping horse to that side of the tilt rail, pulling the pheasant behind you. And from up there on the hill, the hawk will swoop down and she will chase you. When she catches the pheasant, you'll know there'll be a thump and a tug, and all you've got to do is stop running, drop the stick, and I'll come over and get you. Are you happy with that? Yes, marvellous. Now, it's not every day, folks, that I get to hunt a young man with a goshawk. So let's make the most of this experience. When he begins his sprint, for what is quite literally his survival this morning, we're going to give him a clap and a cheer when he starts running. See how far he gets.
What is it?
Goshawk.
What is it?
Grasshopper.
Wait a minute, don't get rid of it. That's good, isn't it?
Go! Run like the wind, Aubrey! In comes the hawk at speed! And bosh, she's got you. That was a good sprint, wasn't it? Give the young man a big round of applause.
Oh, hell no.
And he now has the privilege of an extremely close view of a rare goshawk eating its dinner. And she is quite spectacular, isn't she?
Sound like he's farting.
Fire show! Any minute now, fire show here! So is it nearly 12 o'clock? What time is it? It's 58. 2 minutes till fire show. 2 minutes. I'll tell you what. Seeing as you're all here nice and early, I'm just going to entertain you until it's 12 o'clock. This isn't the fire show.
Oh,
Basically what that means.
Diablo. Yeah, I know, I'm good at it.
So, what I'm going to do for a couple of minutes is just astound you with my Diablo.
Have to
Are
kneel.
you ready to be astounded?
Yes!
Are you ready to be disappointed?
No.
One of those two things is about to happen.
I'm a good joker, mate, so don't
Are you
tempt.
astounded? Are you? Perhaps if I do a trick, you'll go wild. No, I haven't done it yet. Save your excitement.
Yeah, fuck that.
Don't move that, I dropped it.
I need to get another Diablo. They're so fun.
I know, I've got another one at home.
Just arrived. Don't worry, you've missed nothing. Here we go then.
Hey! I knew a bit old for it, mate.
The first time, wouldn't cheer like that, would you?
It's like Santa.
How about this one then? So, apart from put the Diablo away and get on with the fire show, what would you like to see me do with it?
Juggle with it.
Throw it up in the air. Okay. What? Oh, I catch it. You should have said. All right. Throw it up in the air and catch it. Here we go then. Yes, you may have gathered that wasn't supposed to.
Corridor, so you will be trapped one side or other of the barrier and will have to walk the long way round if you need to make your way to the loos or back into the castle for any reason. Now, not in armour as you can see.
Good luck.
That is because these are the adjudicators, these are the referees, because what we are about to present is a sporting contest. This is not a scripted pantomime. We have no good night, bad night and people falling off. This is a sporting encounter. deadly serious, highly professional, authentic as we can make it. We will therefore have rules. There will be a scoring system, and every single man will attempt to make the highest scoring hits and become the champion of Harrisbrook Castle. We can't do that without the marshals. My Lord Daniel there in the centre, in the English Heritage Heraldry, is our Knight Marshal. His decision is final. He will need reports from his two marshals. They will bring lances for inspection, and he will decree how the points lie. So, pin your ears back and listen to the voice of my Lord Daniel, the Knight Marshal.
Wow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Harrisbrook Castle and our tournament arena. We're so glad to see you here today. We hope that the rain is going to stay away for at least the first of our contests today. And as you have been told, this is a real contest. Each of our knights will be wanting to lay heavy blows upon their opponents. And today, I bring 4 great knights of the joust, 4 champion jousters for you here today. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, because of the rain, I ask you, are you ready to meet your knights? No. Very well. Then my first knight to enter this day, riding a fearsome horse, a fast horse, known as Zogo, and riding as the Wild Man.
Take your time.
To watch this man very closely, I give you, up on the hill, Sir Michael Camphor!
He's our champion, he's won the top team.
Where is he?
What an entrance, coming in at speed, galloping around the arena. The biggest, heaviest, hardest hitting of our knights. Yes, he is riding today in the heraldry of a legend. Not his own heraldry, but that of an ancient legend of Britain. Jack in the Green, Herne the Hunter, or simply the Wild Man. Give it up for Sir Michael, the Wild Man.
A fearsome knight. My next knight to enter today, riding as Jason of the Argo, and riding his beautiful young horse Esteban, the most experienced and richest knight of the field, clad in gold. I give you, on the hill, Sir Dominic Sewell.
Yes, indeed. For this themed joust, the theme is legends. And our knight, Sir Dominic, has chosen not a British legend, but one of classical antiquity from ancient Greece, that of Jason and the Argonauts in the quest for the golden fleece. So his colour is beautiful gold. If you wish to cheer for him, then give it up for the legend that is the Argo.
This knight has jousted throughout the world, and a fine knight. This next knight to enter today, riding as Lancelot, and riding his horse, Icaro. I give you, as he comes into the arena, Sir Clive Hart.
Yeah.
Yes,
Surprised the
indeed.
horse
Our
is managing
youngest
to
knight
stand
here
up.
today, some would say the most handsome, setting ladies' hearts all aflutter. He again has chosen a legend from British antiquity, that of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, and his most famous of knights, Sir Lancelot. So if you like the beautiful white caparison slashed with scarlet stripes, give it up for the legend.
Go to your squires, put on your helms and your targes, and let's prepare for our morning's work. Marshals, to your ends, please. And I will tell these good people how this contest will be scored.
Yes, indeed. As the knights make their way to their ends, they practice their horses on the list to acclimatise them to the ground.
The white one, I
They
think.
check the going.
Or the
The
black.
Knight Marshal will tell us how the rules are set and how the scores shall be maintained, because the aim is not to knock your rider off, That is to demonstrate how accurate you could be in battle. Could you strike at will at a body, a shield, or anywhere else? Knight Marshal, if you please.
So, our knights will be aiming for the Taj or shield. It's their best chance to get good, solid points. And should they break their lance upon the shield, I will offer my knights 2 points. If they should break their lance against the arm or body, I will offer 1 point. I will not offer any points for a miss, and I will not offer any points for a barricade. This is where perhaps the knight has not managed to get their lance fully down, and they cross their opponent's chest. Perhaps breaking the lance, perhaps not. But there are no points for this, and I may ask for that course to be rerun. I've spoken to my knights, and they're very keen for head blows to be included today. Now, is this something then, Carisbrook, that you'd like to see today? Now I said, is this something that you would like to see today? Very well. Then should they break their lance of their opponent, I will offer 3 points. And so, as my knights prepare, I will set myself and we will wait for my 2 knights to get armed up. Very good.
So we are looking for broken lances. That is the aim of the game, to shatter your hardwood lance against your foe man or foe woman. Whole lances will probably not score. Here come the lances.
Ready?
So, the 2 knights, I will ask today. You have time, sir.
God save the Queen.
You are on the tilt. Be careful, sir. You are very close to the tilt. So the first 2 knights to run their courses today will be Lancelot, and he will be facing the Argo. You have time, sir. You have time. The Argo is ready. When you are ready, kick on. Let's
Here they come, here they come. Cheer them on. Yes. Oh, well done, sirs. Well done. I believe that is 2 broken lances. 2 good blows struck.
Go on then, here they go.
Hold, hold, hold.
Well, we're not sure. The Knight Marshal did call hold. One of the horses did allow
Now, the bagpipes that you just heard there, a lot of people associate bagpipes solely with Scotland. In medieval times, however, that wasn't simply the case. Bagpipes were known right across Europe and across North Africa as well. Paul was just playing his swain pipes, and I think he's just bringing out his great pipes.
Why are they called great pipes? Because they're great.
I thought it was because they're big.
Oh yeah, exactly. So we're going to be getting underway with our story of Tales of William Marshall, and in honour of the Marshal who lived in the 12th and 13th centuries, all our music that you'll be hearing during the show and from now is 12th and 13th century.
So it's music that William Marshall himself would have known well.
You need to get those in tune, Master Paul. When they're that big, it's better if they're in tune.
There's a nice museum.
I thought they were talking to you then, Samuel.
Yeah, well, why would they? They don't know me.
Is that an old cone?
The cone.
Yeah. Chainmail.
That interesting for YouTube, isn't it?
It's always better than nothing. I know it may not be interesting, but it's just little where we've been, little tour.
Oh, yeah. Here you go, Samuel, look.
The cone.
Cone's made of bone.
That's pretty smart, isn't
It
it?
is pretty good, isn't it?
Got quite a few holes in it, so whoever wore that must have been punctured a few times. That's definitely an arrow.
That one looks like an arrow.
I heard that. Yeah, no, I get you.
Easy.
Yeah, even
The
not
idea is it stops slashes.
like cuts.
Oh, okay.
So if you went and stabbed it like that, you'd go through, but if you slash it, it doesn't do any damage.
Is that chainmail
It's
then?
only for slashing, yeah, chainmail. Then you wear leather underneath that. You don't have anything.
That's not going to save you though if you get hit by a
Yeah,
sword.
it can do,
From that
yeah.
sort of cut, but it won't save
Yeah,
you
but
from
won't
stab.
it just cut all of this material?
No, because
metal.
it's metal.
Yeah, but that's like that metal's like super soft. Doesn't look hard at all.
Yeah, but it'll stop a sword doing that, but it won't stop a sword going in.
Oh right. Hello. So what castle's this then?
This is a new battle map.
So what castle is this then? Is this here? Oh, is it?
Right at the top.
It's
That's
pretty
what it
smart.
used to look like before it was broken down.
How come it's got a massive downhill on it?
They can take the castle.
Massive downhill. It's going
So
down.
people can see it.
Oh right. So it's not actually going down.
You wouldn't be able to see it, would you?
Oh, so it's not actually going to go downhill then. Oh right.
If they try to come down the side, they're facing downwards and they'll get over a wall. So they'll train everything down. They'll train everything down. Oh, and there's a
Go and hide behind the wall.
the only way would be to go and get them to surrender that way.
How smart
Don't
is that?
touch. You're not going to
He
touch.
goes into the and when they breach the wall, so we go into the castle.
I like how it's all set out.
It's good, isn't it?
That's all made out of moth. Well, that's all moth.
So they could
The green bit.
on each thing. And then ultimately,
It's all made out of moth, the green bits. It's pretty smart, isn't it?
That's a good back map, that, isn't it?
That'd be awesome to play, wouldn't it?
Wonder what they made that from.
Probably all polystyrene and stuff and foam.
It's like wood.
Is it?
Like well painted, polished wood.
I expect that's paper mache.
Yeah, I would say that.
What would be
13 and
that's why they built
Chapel St Nicholas.
You take over that class and we'll have all the rest.
They quite often did that. They would negotiate and say, okay, you have those two castles and one field, and we'll have these two castles and these fields. But if you were stronger, you would say, I want this field. And you used to only have two of mine. That's what you have to call out.
Is Chapel St Peter.
Oh, you alright, Mum?
Yeah, it's a cannon, isn't it?
I thought you was a stranger then. Yeah, it is a cannon. It's like,
isn't it?
I bet it weighs a ton, doesn't it?
Let's have a see how much it weighs.
It's hard to see because of the light in this camera.
Yeah.
It's a cannon, isn't it? Like
Yeah, it is, yeah. Doesn't say how much it weighed.
It's like a hand cannon.
That's
Stick it
all
on
was
your shoulder,
£5.
you probably like the force.
Samuel, that's the ball that goes in the cannon.
Yeah, I know.
It does say cannon.
Big, yeah, silly woman. Big one, isn't it? Do you know what that reminds me of? Do you know what that reminds me of?
Handbook of Early Education.
That white thing reminds me of my ear disc.
Oh yeah, it does.
Jesse.
Porn book. Porn.
Porn book? What do you mean porn book? What's the sexual stuff?
Porn.
Oh, right. Porn. Oh, right.
Samuel, they put.
Oh, now I'm with you.
Porn book.
Yeah,
Teach
that's
the
right.
children how to learn the alphabet.
The horn book.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Porn book. The horn. Oh, right. I thought you said prawn. The porn book. Yeah. It's amazing how things are being set out in museums, isn't it?
Yeah. That leather backjack.
I like that book there. It looks like a Bible.
It is.
It is a Bible.
Bible of what? Oh, right. Let me have a look.
I like the jug.
It's the jug's good, isn't it? Leather.
What's that one? Little one, Tina? What's it?
Barterman jug.
What was it for?
Beer jug was known as a Barterman after the German word of the bearded man.
Twisty stick. I'm going to get you to find a magical book.
Reminds me of a cane. Reminds me of a cane, that stick. Reminds me of a cane. A cane somebody with.
It is a walking stick.
Yeah, I know it is.
It's good, isn't it?
Imagine canes in the woods.
That's a snuff box, Mike.
What's with the spikes on it?
It's a snuff box, yeah.
What's with the spikes on it?
Don't know. Perhaps it's just decoration, Samuel.
Because I was going to say, if somebody was to hit somebody with that would go right through their skin.
Yeah, but it's not for hitting people.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's what it looks like. I was going to say it's lethal. Like it's in a museum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any walking stick's lethal.
Not as bad as that one, no.
These are lethal.
Yeah, but it's not a walking stick, it's a sword.
Are we going up there?
Watch out, wait, one.
Let go of that, Raph.
Look up.
Raph, don't do that again.
Bible and Pray book.
It's a nice book.
It is nice. Reminds me of my leather book, actually. That looks nice, Mum. Look at that.
What is it? A little trinket box?
No, it's a Bible and a Pray book.
Oh, is there?
It's just a colour on it. It's like a reddish, pinkish, purplish.
That old staircase. Samuel?
Yo.
This
No.
used to be the old staircase.
I was going to say, I'm not
That would have
climbing
been the
it.
stairs up to the top.
Oh, yeah, so it would have. Old staircase, it says there as well, so.
You see the old corbling?
Yeah, they look good. Remind me of devils, don't they?
Yeah, they're supposed to protect you from
Yeah.
How?
They're just gargoyles.
Blue.
I think they got a tea room here. They,
Have they?
yeah.
What, up here?
I don't know where it is.
Look at that picture, Mum.
What's that? Wow. It's massive, that, isn't it?
Yeah. It's nice to have a good look around
What's
today.
that one then?
That's all painted. I like it. That's why I'm video recording it.
Yeah.
But the bloody lights in the way. Yeah, it looks good.
It does.
Yeah, that's real fur, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you were to buy one of that.
Bog burner. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Not for fighting.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a bed, but obviously it extends out.
Oh, that'd be well
You just have to
heavy.
imagine it coming out.
If that's a bed, that looks well heavy to fold out. Where's the, is there a symbol? Oh yeah.
chest, post,
Yeah, there it is.
mortem.
Century bed, pretty much. 19th century Tudor style bed, yeah.
Been mattress area.
Yeah, it'd be good. Mine's
Really short, lots of pygmies.
reminds me of the Queen's bed. Reminds me of the Queen's bed in the olden
Queen's bed is
days.
probably 3 times the size of that.
Yeah. Queen's quite posh and rich, isn't she?
So that's what it would look like, Sam.
Yeah, I know, I've just seen it. Reminds me of something of the film, the ghost film.
The
Yeah,
others.
the others, yeah.
Yeah. There's more.
Yeah, it's good. That's why I'm doing this, Mum, look.
Yeah.
That is smart. I prefer that than the ones up there.
Is it because the horns are different?
Yeah, different shape. And it's more laid out a bit better, I think, than that one, isn't it? I like that armour, look at that.
People are quite small, aren't they?
What's that?
People are quite small.
Yeah, in the olden days. Is it true? Is it true? Many years ago, it was only achievable to live up to 30.
Caveman day, yeah.
Why was that? Because of just not enough food and stuff.
No medicine.
Bloody hell. Not enough food. Not enough water, I guess. So yeah, it's a lot really.
Michael, that's like the sea chest my granddad gave me.
Sea chest.
Yeah.
Is it open? Is it openable?
But it hasn't got the carvings on, it's just...
You could fit in that and sleep in it.
I don't think I'll fit.
No, not you, but a baby would. Baby would be able to sleep in that. Yeah, have you seen this? That necklace.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
Because how many years ago was this? Let's have a look. The 17th century. How many years ago was that?
Long time.
We're in the 21st century now.
So, 300 years ago.
Or 21st.
400 years ago. Bloody hell. I'd hate to live that long, 400. You'd be alien if you could live that long.
Wouldn't you just? Is that...
If I was healthy, I'd like to get to about 100 and then die instantly. Because at least I made it through a whole century of my life.
Yeah, when you find any keys then, that's how big they are.
Is that a box key?
Probably key to that chest, isn't it?
Not important, no.
Looks decent. I like that rope.
It's a
Look
prison
at that.
key, isn't it?
That's been painted King Charles I.
Yes, well, people using it. Imagine 50 foot of that.
That's heavy.
It's a big chunky thing.
Yeah, isn't it, John?
And you've got to be strong if you're going to climb up that kind of rope.
Yeah.
I used to be great at rope climbing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on then, you follow your dad.
Yes, sir. So this is a massive castle that we're looking through.
I love these old stairs.
Yeah, look at how nice this looks. The lights are really bright actually. Oh, moving down, turn it on. Thanks. I say you would have broken it otherwise.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Sounds like rain though,
Yeah, I
doesn't
thought it was rain, yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me read it. Test your skills. Right, now you can do it.
Here you go. Ouch.
Instead of going into a hole,
Go on then, Ruben.
It's just so weird.
I'll just get on with it. Big win. That looks well good. If you had that every day today in your life, that'd be well annoying. Wow. I think that's the best.
That's good, isn't it?
I think that's the best one I've caught on camera.
That's good.
That's actually would have originally been.
Look at that flea.
Would have originally been bronze.
Mum, look at that flea. Bed box.
Earthquake detector. 135 AD. So 135 years after Christ, the Chinese come up with one version of this that detected earthquakes.
That's crazy.
How does that
Look at these shells.
Suspended pendulum system.
Look at that. Look at those shells. Look at these shells in here. Fossils.
Yeah, that's a bone replica.
How do you make that? How do you make that?
Big bit of bone.
It's bronze.
It's crazy with bronze.
Mum, look how much battery I've got on that.
How much you got left? Perfect.
Halfway through it.
guessing that's an old knife. It's an iron spearhead.
How can you tell that was a knife? It's nowhere near a knife. It's a spear. Can't you see it was a spear?
Which one?
That one.
No, that one.
Oh, I'll let you off.
You know that's not a spear.
What is it then?
That's a shield handle.
Could be a spear.
Read it. 9. Shield handle.
Oh, what stupid me. Shut up, Reuben. I'm not a twat. Shove it up where your ass don't chatting. Shove it up where the sun don't chatting, boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would have been the last key.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that I think brought all the tribes together in Great Britain.
Oh.
I'm not sure, I can't see that. I'm sure that's the one.
Died in another one, apparently.
Oh.
In a battle, yeah. Wessex king.
Well, yeah, it could have been him, or his dad. I think it's a sword.
Have you seen that? The what is that? Gapple.
Grapple.
They got that in Jackie Chan. That arm of God.
They throw it up walls.
Yeah, and they do flips and stuff off it. Well, that's what Jackie Chan does. Don't know about anything else.
Shield handle.
What do you do with that?
Is that like a weird piano?
Yeah, old-fashioned piano though. Look at this old radio.
I wonder what that sounds like.
Look at this old radio, Reuben.
There's that way to bake
Mum, look at that old piano.
Piano, shall I play it? See if it works.
I'm so curious what that sounds like.
Yeah, I am. It's probably a church piano in the olden days.
Do you think it still works?
Don't know.
Shall I jump over? Shall I jump over and play it?
Ruben. No, can't try it.
Good museum, isn't it, Dad? I thought that was Tom Cruise then. No, come on, look at it. His face, because of the shape of his face. This
Oh,
one,
right, yeah,
it's like
that's
Tom
it.
Cruise, yeah.
It does.
But an old-fashioned Tom Cruise.
An old-fashioned Tom Cruise.
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know.
It's a bird.
It's an eagle with a man's.
Oh, that's so uglionated.
Uglionated?
Yeah.
Is that a new word, Samuel?
Yes. It
This
is.
way, Ruben. Follow the...
It's an eagle with a caricature face of Adolf Hitler.
Oh, this way.
Alright. Nobody liked Hitler. He was ill. Look at this old clock.
Smash it. You can crack it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it.
Inside it has. That's easy to break through. And then you put barriers up on that.
Presented to the officers' men.
How would you pay me?
I always say the trophy.
How old that netting and stuff is, that would probably be handmade as well.
What is that? Let's have that.
Yeah.
I've never seen a trophy.
What is that? A house?
That's what
Doll's house. That's what
children
little girls
used
would
to
have
play
played.
with.
That's probably for rich children though.
I'm surprised because it's all made out of like pottery.
Yeah, culture.
Ugh. And I'm surprised because it's all made out of like clay and pottery
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And wood and stuff, isn't it?
I'm surprised little kids don't used to chew on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Jesus cross thing what they used to put on them. Look how shepherd's crook.
Yeah.
That's the yoke. You put over your shoulder and you have buckets of milk.
Bucket of water and
Yeah, that's
milk.
what Jesus used to have to put on him.
Oh, he had a cross.
Yeah, but when they first met him, he had to do stuff like that, and then if he didn't do it properly, that's why they hang him on the cross as well. So he didn't do a job properly.
Snake Street scene?
What?
Snake shoes.
Well, they finished the dumb one.
Children's leather boots, yeah. That's those.
They're probably
1900s. No, you won't get anything like that now, will you?
I like the old pictures that they did.
When was that taken to?
Sorry? Wasn't it ever that close, was it?
And then a lot of black has gone anyway.
God, look at this spear. Part of the spear head. Look at these spears.
Maybe glorified a bit.
Eel spear.
Yeah, that's to catch fish.
Yeah, I know, that's smart, isn't it?
Medicine bottles.
I like that gaplin.
Nice biscuit.
Huh?
It's not biscuit. Shit biscuit. Shit.
It's not just a biscuit, it's a biscuit with stitches.
Yeah, I know, that sounds odd. You wouldn't eat the stitches, obviously.
What's up there?
You wouldn't eat the stitches, obviously.
No.
Can we go to the van?
Why? Why do you want to go to the van?
We'll go together.
We'll go together, Rufus. Don't split the party.
Don't split parties.
Why?
How can it be a party? There's no food.
What? Don't worry, it's nothing like that.
Mum was going on about a party, and I said there's no food.
It's nothing like that.
Party.
It's a different type of party.
Oh, is that? Oh, right. What kind of party then?
That's what we say in D&D, Samuel. Don't split